Okay, hello everybody. Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome everyone. And what's up? Phil here live on the stream. Today is Wednesday. No, excuse me. Excuse me. Today is Thursday. And today is February 1st, 2018, if you're not aware, ladies and gents. That's right. And today is the first day of the second month of the year, and I have a lot to talk about today on pre-stream, which is why I'm starting off here strong. We got a lot of positive stuff to discuss, folks, and I really would like to talk about it right now. All right. So thanks to everyone who's already here. I see more and more people are joining the stream, as I talk, which is great. Today is going to be, first of all, my final session, well, my final major day of coverage of Dragon Ball FighterZ. I apologize to those who maybe were looking for more, to those who were maybe looking for more coverage of the characters and more in the labs and all of that, and it didn't happen. Sadly, this week was it didn't go according to plan. I was planning on actually playing this game Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, taking a break from it on Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe still mixing in a little bit, and then maybe coming back to it today on Thursday. That didn't happen. I was sick all weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and therefore I really wasn't able to play this game until, quite honestly, Tuesday of this week. And it sucks because I know some people were really into it and wanted to see me kind of cover it in depth like I've done with Street Fighter games and the like in the past. And I just wasn't able to do that because of illness. It sucks, all right? I publicly admit it. I apologize for it. I wish that I had a way to go back in time and make myself not be sick, but that's just reality of life, folks, all right? So that being said, today's going to be my final major day of coverage. And what does that mean? It means my first stream right now that we're doing is going to be my final major stream of me just doing multiplayer in the game, period. Will I never play multiplayer again? Of course not. In fact, I am very interested in playing multiplayer again in the future, and I may do it on and off, but it's not going to be my main focus anymore. In particular, quite frankly, folks, because the multiplayer of this game is not very good. Right now, it's to the point where it's infrequent that you can even get a match. When you get a match, the matches are not consistently good. A lot of them claim to have low frame input delay, and they do not. They are laggy. And the matches drop, you disconnect from the server frequently. It's a major problem, okay? And it's not just me saying this. The game maker themselves, Bandai Namco, have publicly admitted it on their Twitter that the game is not good online. They admitted it. They said, we apologize. We didn't have a way to estimate how many people would buy the game and be playing it at once. And now that we know, we're trying to fix this. But no, we don't have good enough online play for you guys. The game is basically not very good online. It's to the point where, just by playing the game and seeing the gameplay mechanics of Dragon Ball FighterZ, you can see that the game has a lot of complexity. It's got dragon rushes that are similar to throws leading to auto combos. It's got full screen super dashes and aerial super dashes that you can counter with an anti-air. It's got almost a rock, paper, scissors kind of gameplay on the ground when it comes to high-low mix-ups and using assists and the parry system. And, it's very complex. It is a very complex game. But online, sadly, you never see those complexities. It just becomes mashing of really cheap online shit. So either mashing auto combos or, cheap super dashes that you cannot react to because the online play is too delayed. And so, when it comes to competitive, gameplay, it's just not very good online. Now, I've heard offline, the game's amazing. That's great, but I don't play it offline, I have no capabilities of playing it with anybody offline. I can only play it with people over the internet. So it is what it is. It kind of sucks because I was really looking forward to this game, as you guys know, ever since it was announced last year at E3. And then I played multiple betas, getting all pumped and excited. And then for it to come out in this final state as the full retail version is pretty disappointing. Hopefully Bandai Namco sticks to their word. All right. And they're not just saying what they're saying to try to get people to stop complaining. And they actually will eventually improve the online experience of the game and make it more viable. And I'm not dropping the game. I probably will play this game from time to time. and mix it in as a multiplayer game that I play maybe once a week when I usually do my sessions of multiplayer once a week or whatever. This will be a game that I play, so I at least keep up with it, and I'm not behind the times in the game and, not knowing anything about it. But at this point, I've done as much as I can in the game. I can't even learn new characters because I can't get matches that are, lag free to the point where you can even do basic reactions. When someone is doing a full screen super dash, which is fully punishable in the game and is supposed to be punishable in the game by just pressing down and the launcher button, and you can't even do that on reaction, that just means the game is just not viable online. Sadly, I hate to say this, games like Mortal Kombat, I could anti-air in Mortal Kombat. Someone jumps at me, I could do an anti-air uppercut. So why the hell can't I do it in Dragon Ball FighterZ? I think that Bandai Namco never dealt with this much success before. Yes, they've sold games like Guilty Gear and BlazBlue. And by the way, I didn't mean to say Bandai Namco, I meant to say Arxis, who's the designer of the game. They never dealt with so many people buying a game at once. So they weren't ready for getting hit with the amount of sales they were, and now they're like, oh shit, now what do we do? So it is what it is. This is my final major multiplayer stream of the game. Tonight, on my late night stream, or the late shift as some people has termed it, I'll be finishing up the story of the game. I'm about halfway through the Androids saga, which is the final story saga of the game. I'll be finishing that up tonight and unlocking Android 21, the secret character of the game. And so when I do play this game in the future, I will be trying out Android 21, the boss character, all right? But today is the final full day of coverage of Dragon Ball FighterZ. I thank you to everyone who did check out the streams and checked out the videos on YouTube while it lasted, but at this point, I got to move on to other stuff. Being that if the online play, quite frankly, if the online play were much better, I probably would still keep playing this game. But I simply put, I can't. I can't keep playing a game that, in my right mind, I know the game is crap online, and it's really not viable play. It's hilarious, because if you actually look at my win-loss record, I'm actually winning way more than I'm losing. My win-loss record is great in this game, compared to other fighters in particular. I'm doing really good, but even I can't take it anymore. It's like to the point where it's so frustrating to even get wins online that it ain't even worth it. Why am I going to keep pulling my own teeth out? Right? Just wait for it to be better. Okay. So that's that, folks. That's what you can expect. Tomorrow, the premiere of UFC 3 per popular demand. Originally, I was not going to play UFC this year, but a bunch of people kind of said, Phil, it's been a while since UFC, was a major thing. We'd like to see you play it. With all the improvements and things they've done this year, we'd like to see you play the game, and at least for a few sessions. So I said, okay, I'll do it. Tomorrow we're starting UFC. It's going to be my major stream. Tomorrow night, PUBG returns. So for those who like PUBG, it will return Friday night. Saturday will be more UFC. Okay. And I think Saturday night, what I may do is maybe a minor session of Dragon Ball. Because now I'll have Android 21 unlocked, and I'll probably want to try her out, which I obviously haven't done. She's not unlocked yet. So maybe Saturday night I'll do a session of Dragon Ball where I'll try out Android 21 on my team. Try to see if she could fit into my teams or whatever, and play some more Saturday night. Sunday, I think per popular demand, what I'm going to do on Sunday, I think Sunday's stream is going to be a major stream of PUBG. Because people have been saying recently that they're kind of disappointed that I only play PUBG late at night. In particular, people who are not, American viewers of mine, but European viewers of mine. And it's funny because I actually looked it up. My statistics here on Twitch, 40% of my viewers on Twitch are not in the United States. That's a big chunk, okay? That's huge. And people have been saying, man, we like when you play PUBG, but you're not playing it during the earlier stream, so a lot of us never can check it out because you're never live streaming it, when we're available, because it's late at night or early morning for us when you stream it. So I think Sunday, I may do PUBG as a major stream, okay? That'll be the major stream for the day. And Monday, I'll probably do more UFC. Monday night is up in the air. We'll see. Do I want to do more Dragon Ball? Do I want to do something else? Maybe I'll do some Mario Sunshine. I don't know. And then Tuesday, folks, is the premiere of Shadow of the Colossus Remake, which I'm really excited for. I've heard the graphics are outstanding. They remade the whole game from the ground up. I cannot wait. So I hope you guys are going to come check that out starting on Tuesday, okay? So, that is the deal. That is what you can expect in the next several days. All new gameplay, live streams, fun stuff here on the streams for the beginning of February. We're starting off strong, okay? So thanks, everyone, for your support. Speaking of which, let's now get you all up to speed on what's going on here on Twitch. January 100% officially confirmed was my best month ever here on Twitch. Okay? Confirmed 100%. In fact, so much so, all right, that I can 100% confirm that it more than made up for the fact that YouTube had the absolute worst month I've ever had on YouTube. It did make up for that. So thank you guys very much. Because of that, I'm not in any kind of like financial worries or difficulties because you guys were so supportive during the month of January, coming out and watching the streams, cheering, subbing, and tipping. Things are sky high, really good. And I want to keep that momentum up going throughout the month of February. In fact, obviously, what we're trying to do here is grow. We want to constantly grow, right? We don't want to become stagnant. We want to grow. We want to get more viewers, more followers, more subs, more everything so that I can continue to grow my Twitch presence here on a daily basis, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, today, the first day of February, I am here to announce the new sub goals for the month of February. All right, so you guys know what to expect coming up here on my Twitch channel. Now, being that we're already at 550 subs, obviously, that's the base level that I'm trying to maintain. At the very worst, I would like to keep 550 subs here on the channel by the end of the month, okay? But however, obviously what we're pushing for is growth. So, what are we looking for? What are we looking for sub goals this month? The first sub goal is going to be 600 subs, which makes sense. We're trying to grow, right? That first goal, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep exactly what it was going to be for the month of January. That way, for those who already subbed or tried to push towards that goal, they don't feel like it was like, oh, it was all for nothing. So if we hit 600 subscribers here on the channel, so, at any time, concurrent subscribers during the month of February, I'm going to be starting up a new cooking show with my girlfriend who's going to be arriving and moving in here with me in 11 days. So, yeah, well, as we start to do new recipes and we start to do these things together, I'm going to be filming, as we work together to prepare the ingredients and cook things together. And it's going to be a whole new cooking series if we hit 600 concurrent subs during the course of this month, all right? Pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. And that's what everyone seems that they want to see. And I'm excited for it, all right? They want to see a new cooking series with me and my new girlfriend, and you're going to see it if we hit 600 subs, all right? Number 2, the tier 2 subscription goal for this month is going to be 650 subscribers, all right? That's kind of the stretch goal, all right? If at some point during the month of February we hit 650 concurrent subscribers here on my Twitch channel, it's going to be the return of the Patron's Choice playthrough event. Right now, if you guys aren't aware, I'm currently playing Super Mario Sunshine, and my plans are that later on in February, I'll have a major focus to play and finish up that game, okay? And, that was a playthrough that took quite a long time to get set up and get going due to hardware difficulties and everything, but it's working now, which is great. People are loving the playthrough. So far, the 2 major streams I did of it, people really enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to more of it coming up soon. All right? Now, if we hit 650 subscribers during this month, what's going to happen is, it's official, I'm doing another Patron's Choice playthrough, and then people who pledge $5 or more to my Patreon by the end of this month are going to be nominating and then voting on a new game that will be the new playthrough as a downtime playthrough once Super Mario Sunshine is completed, all right? And in this case, again, I'm going to lay down some ground rules. I'm going to say, no, I'm not allowing Danganronpa V3 to be in there for multiple reasons. Number 1, because my throat is still not good. Like, my throat needs rest. And there's no way that I could do monstrous amount of reading and voice acting / whatever you want to call it, for a game like Danganronpa right now. I can't. My voice is still too hoarse to do that. All right. And there might be a few other criteria, but the cool thing here is that for the first time ever, Nintendo GameCube games are on the table because I now have a working GameCube in the form of my Wii, and I can play any GameCube game on it. So now for the first time ever, people can nominate GameCube games to see if they want to see me play them as this new downtime playthrough, okay? Pretty cool. It's like a whole new world of content when you really think about it. There's been a bunch of GameCube games people have asked me to play over the years, and I was always like, I don't really have a viable way to play them, all right? Now, of course, it's not just about that. There's many other games as well that could be nominated and voted on. As long as they're viable, there's something on a console that I can reach or play. So I'm very curious, if we hit this goal, 650 subs this month, what the patrons are going to be asking for, okay? So it's very similar to last month. The goal was an Indies marathon, and it would be the patrons who would nominate and vote on indie games. It's the same thing this month. It's going to be patrons' choice. Patrons will nominate and vote on the games this month if we hit that sub level, all right? So, the good news is we got 2 very positive sub goals. I think they're attainable, considering the fact that on average my viewership kind of goes between 500, 600 viewers, especially for bigger new releases. I think that we should be able to hit this goal or these goals during the month of February, especially if I can, keep up my consistency with my streaming and the positivity stays the way it's been going. I think we're good and we're on the right track, all right? So we'll keep pushing towards it, all right? And hopefully, again, we can do it. I'm feeling good about it. You guys have been so tremendously supportive so far in 2018 that, the sky's the limit at this point for me. I'm seriously looking forward to the future so much. And I think we could have a great month here. All right, fair enough. All right, so there you go. The new goals announced. 600 subs, cooking show with me and my girlfriend. 650, the new Patron's Choice playthrough. And then, if we do exceed both of those, which, again, would be crazy. But then again, I never thought we were going to hit 550 subscribers in the month of January. So if we do end up exceeding both of those, yes, I would very much consider doing a tier 3 goal and set up something up, maybe another special DSP tries it or event or something. We'll see, but let's not go there until we actually get there. You know what I mean? Let's not jump the gun. All right. All right, folks, great. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Some other positive updates. I know some of you are waiting on an update on the goal that the reward for the fact that we hit 550 subs here on the channel on Twitch. It will be coming. I need time to film it. I don't have time to film it right now. I'm doing double streams every day. I've been super busy. Last night I had to film 2 patron Q&A videos. So I've been busy, especially with the fact that I was sick and I'm backlogged 3 days. I'm trying to catch up on everything. The good news is I have everything I need for these videos, these reward DSP tries it videos. I just need the time to film them now. So when I get the time, I'll do it. It'll be probably in the next week or 2. Definitely, it'll be done before I take my time away, okay, to spend with my girlfriend as she moves in. It'll be before that. So FYI, you will get your reward before I take time off for my girlfriend's impending arrival, all right? Now, the other good news is there is a new episode of DSP Tries It coming out this Saturday. And it's going to be a new episode featuring a food item. A food item that many people have been asking me to try out. And I finally had an opportunity to do so. So, yes, that will be coming up this weekend. So, if you like DSP Tries It and you're sad there hasn't been a new DSP Tries It featuring a food item in a long time, it's coming back this weekend, folks. The return of DSP Tries It. All right, so hopefully you'll check that out this weekend, and you will enjoy it over on the King of Hate vlogs. I would like to say, though, keep in mind, folks, this, DSP Tries It at this point is just fan service, because YouTube now is so bad that I pretty much make no money on any videos besides mass gameplay videos on DSP Gaming. To give you some perspective, I just put out last weekend the DSP Tries It Selsun Blue Shower video. It's hit over 10,000 views, and guess how much money I made on that video, folks? $5. That's not a lie or an exaggeration. That is the God's honest truth. I made $5 on that video. Not even enough to cover the cost of the shampoo I bought to make the video. That's right. That Selsun Blue shampoo, I believe, was like $6.99 or something like that. So I actually lost money on that video. Isn't that nice? So really, everything I'm doing, vlogging-wise, DSP Tries It, The Weekend Preview, Ask the King, all those series that I'm still maintaining on the King Hate Vlogs are literally just for fan service for you guys, because I've been doing them for so long. They don't make profit for me anymore. YouTube ad revenue has plummeted so badly, and videos so frequently get demonetized now that it's just a way for me to keep in contact with you longtime viewers and fans. So I hope you guys like it and appreciate it. The streams here are really my main focus and what are keeping me afloat. So when you guys cheer, sub, and tip here on the streams, you guys are my lifeblood, all right? I want you to understand that. You guys are incredibly important in your efforts. Even, wow, I tossed Phil a buck. It doesn't mean that much. No, it really does. Like, you guys help me out tremendously with your support here on streams, because YouTube, at this point, it's an afterthought. And I even said this on social media last night. I said 2018 is the year you throw in the towel on YouTube. If you were trying to make a living doing it, forget it. You got to move on and do other stuff, because the website is a toxic mess. It doesn't make money anymore because all the ads are gone, because everything on the website is a toxic piece of crap. So for me, Twitch is very much the future. All right. All right, folks. So there you go. New DSP Tries It coming out this Saturday. Hope you're excited for that. Outside of all that, one more positive piece of news. I can't give you solid details on it yet, but it looks like sometime next week I will have a big announcement. A big positive announcement in regards to things that have been happening, current events around me recently. It's going to be a good, positive announcement. I'm very pumped for it, and I hope you guys are pumped for it too, okay? I cannot disclose the details yet, but I will soon once I have them. They're coming. In fact, it's probably going to be early next week where I'll finally have these details for you, and I am very much looking forward to a positive announcement, all right? Oh my God. Excuse me. I can't stop burping. Okay. So thank you for that, folks. Thank you for sticking in there and being positive, and, good things come to those who persevere. Let's put it that way. All right. That's it, folks. I don't really have much else to talk about, so let's do our typical plugs segment, and then I'm going to do shout-outs for those of you who cheered, subbed, and tipped so far before we even started with gameplay, okay? All right, let's do this. So first of all, folks, thank you guys very much for your very positive support in late 2017 and now January 2018. Things are going exceptionally well here on Twitch. I'd love to see them continue. If you are a big fan of my Twitch streams and my YouTube videos and you want to see me continue to be successful, there are many ways by which you can go above and beyond just being a standard stream viewer. Allow me to explain those ways right now. First of all, you can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. By the way, this is a great opportunity for me to say thank you to those of whom did pledge to my Patreon in the month of January. Your pledges are currently being processed. They should be completed, if I'm to understand, either by the end of today or tomorrow at the latest. And for anyone who had issue, maybe your pledge didn't clear or got declined, I'll be contacting you via Patreon, via a PM on Patreon, to let you know, and you'll still have opportunity to get in on January's perks, all right? So thank you to everyone who did contribute to my Patreon in January. I appreciate it, all right? Now, obviously coming up for February, that means if you pledge to my Patreon starting now or moving forward in February, all right, you're contributing to the next batch of perks. So, if you pledge to my Patreon, first of all, just so you guys know, you're tremendously helping me out because you're helping me with the cost of operating this business, including the cost of electricity, the cost of internet, the cost of games. Just this month, I got games like UFC 3, Shadow of the Colossus, either Dynasty Warriors 9 or the Secret of Mana remake, amongst the other game that's coming out that week. And then I believe at the end of the month there's stuff. So there's like 5-6 games just this month it looks like I may have to buy. All right. And your contributions allow me to afford that stuff. Plus, they also allow me to afford constant equipment upgrades and stuff. For example, late last year I had to buy a new PS4 controller because my old one was wearing out. I had to buy a new gaming headset because all my headsets were 3-4 years old and were all broken. So Patreon directly helps with that kind of stuff. But the cool thing is your contributions via Patreon earn you personal perks that allow you to contribute to my content and have interactivity with me. For example, being able to nominate and vote on games for upcoming events, right? People who pledged in January are going to be nominating and voting on indie games for an upcoming Indies Marathon. People who pledge in February, all right, if we hit that 650 subs goal that I mentioned earlier, are going to be nominating and voting on games for the upcoming Patron's Choice playthrough. It's really cool. It gives you the interactivity and control that you're looking for when it comes to my gameplay streams and my videos on YouTube, all right? But it's not just about that. You can get your questions answered on my bi-monthly show, Ask the King, which is a Q&A show. You could get a private video made. Like I said, just last night, I did 2 private Q&A videos for patrons. Both of them ran about 25 minutes long. And patrons like that perk level so much that most of them actually, well, not most, but I should say a few people who've done that perk level ended up redoing it because they liked the perk so much they want it again, okay? So please consider pledging to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Your pledges are greatly, greatly appreciated. And I would just like to say thank you very much to everyone who has pledged so far. You guys are amazing, and thank you very much. Number 2, there is my Teespring store, right? My Teespring store, where you can buy t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, mugs, all kinds of cool stuff, stickers, all kinds of great merchandise that obviously has to do with me and my streams. If you ever wanted to own like a collectible or whatever that had to do something with me, that's where you can get officially licensed stuff, all right? All the logos, artwork, and stuff there is designed by my viewers and fans. In fact, the current highlighted product is the King of Fighters, which is kind of me facing off against a troll in a 2D fighting game setting. Incidentally, perfect time for that considering I've been playing fighting games recently, right? Pretty cool. And coming up, FYI, folks, there will be a 10th anniversary line of product to celebrate my 10 years as an internet content creator. That will be starting very shortly, okay? So another couple months, you can expect a whole new line of stuff on my Teespring. So give it a look, and anything that you guys buy, all right, gives me a significant commission. So thanks very much to anyone who's checked out and or bought something from my Teespring shop. I'm very appreciative of that. All right. Last but certainly not least, ladies and gents, if you're here live on the stream, if you're here enjoying my stuff, and you want to get personal interactions and interactivity during the stream, you can either cheer, sub, or tip during the streams, and I will give you a verbal shout out. Now, just to say this up front, with fighting games, obviously it's very difficult for me to give you a shout out right away, especially a lot of people cheer during matches. I can't give you a cheer shout out during a match. Especially for a competitive game like this, I have to be paying attention to the match constantly. However, I will definitely give you a shout out between matches, and in particular with Dragon Ball FighterZ. If you guys haven't been paying attention, sadly there's a lot of downtime between matches because the matchmaking ain't so great, all right? So there should be ample time for me to give you shout outs for your cheers, subs, and tips, all right? Also, folks, FYI, I do leave it at my discretion what I am going to shout out. So keep in mind, if you troll cheer, here's a nice insult, I'll pay 50 cents to insult Phil. Obviously, I'm not going to read that out. And also, if you're going to give me giant Q&A questions that should be on my Ask the King show, I'm probably not going to derail the entirety of the stream to sit here and answer a 15-minute question. Just to give you for warning, this is very much a fighting game stream, and that's what I'm focusing on, all right? You want to know more about me and stuff like that? The PUBG streams that I do are much more catered to that kind of interaction. Sound good? Okay. So, you get your verbal shout-outs for anything you contribute during the stream. If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button, or if you tip me $5 or more, you'll actually get an on-screen pop-up thank you notification as well. So there you're going to get visual and verbal recognition for your contributions during the stream, which is pretty awesome, right? Now, one thing I do want to draw your attention to, folks, obviously, yes, we are pushing for more subscribers on the channel. Thank you to everyone who is a current sub. Like I said, I think we have 551. We're pushing towards 600 for our first tier 1 goal for the month. All right. Here on my Twitch channel. FYI, there is now incentive for you guys to become higher level subscribers. You may say, what the hell are you even talking about, Phil? Higher level subscribers. What does that mean? You may not be aware there's 3 levels of subscribers that are possible here on Twitch. The level 1 sub... Excuse me, I'm getting a tickle in my throat now. Great. Hold on, let me take a sip of something. There we go. Hopefully it stops tickling me. Probably got a piece of dust or something that went down the wrong way here. So, the tier 1 subscription is $5, all right? The tier 2 subscription is $10, and the tier 3 subscription is $25. Now, obviously, the higher level subscription that you do, it helps me out more. I get more money for it, duh. So if you want to be a higher level supporter, you could do so. But up until recently, there was no incentive to do so. Well, as of this week, there's now incentive to do so because Popsicolo, shout out to him, actually made some higher level emotes for everyone. So there's a new tier 2 sub emote, which is the God Saiyan emote. If you can see it right now, actually, Be the Lewd and Aussie Sly 47 Adam just did them in the stream chat. It's me with that kind of dark maroonish hair from Dragon Ball. That's the tier 2 sub emote. You can use that exclusively if you're a tier 2 subscriber. If you become a tier 3 subscriber, you're going to get the Super Saiyan Blue Phil emote, which Be the Lewd also just put into the stream chat. That's exclusive to tier 3 subs. So, pretty awesome, right? You get the regular level Super Saiyan Phil if you're a regular sub. You get the God level if you're tier 2, and you get the Blue level if you're tier 3. So those are exclusive just to the higher level subs. I just want to throw that out there now that there's actually an incentive to do those higher levels. Obviously, it helps me tremendously. So thank you to those who do that. But now you actually have something you get back for it as well. All right? Pretty cool. All right, everyone. Let's go ahead and let's do some shout-outs. By the way, I think we should all say welcome back to that Anana Raccoon, who seems to have been back after a hiatus. Welcome back, sir. We haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining us today. Good to see you back. You picked a good time to come back because, like I said, there's new content starting up, soon. New games and everything coming up. So, good time to see you back. Welcome back. All right, let's do some shout-outs. So, first of all, I should probably hit refresh because I did not refresh my Muxie. Oops. Here we go. All right, so I would like to say a very special thank you shout out to those people who contribute overnight when I'm not even here live streaming. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, there is a select group of people who take it upon themselves to return to my stream when I'm not even live streaming and to do things like cheer, sub, and tip to support. Thank you very much to those people. Obviously, keeping me in mind when I'm not even here on the stream is tremendous. Thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate that. So let's give credit where credit... Excuse me. Let's give credit where credit is due. First of all, shout out to Infinite55 who did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Infinite, for the cheer. Appreciate that. Resident Evil Beating did a 25-bit cheer, and he says, Phil, is there any chance you could maybe begin your first stream a few hours earlier? For European fans in Germany, your first stream starts at 9:30 p.m. I think many of your European fans would like it if you streamed earlier. It could also give you more views from Europe. Well, Resident Evil Beating, incidentally, last night I was looking at some of my statistics here on Twitch. And you may be very interested to know, ladies and gentlemen, these are the top countries that view my content on Twitch. Number 1 is the United States of America. No kidding. Obviously, my native Americans are going to be the people who watch me the most. Number 2, the United Kingdom. So shout out to those of you who view me from over in the UK. You are the second most viewer, country that views me. Awesome. Thank you very much for your support. Number 3. What is number 3? What do you guys think? Guess who it is? Oh, Canada. Yes, that was terrible. It is Canada. Canadian viewers are my number 3 biggest viewing audience. And the thing is, Canadians pretty much are the same time zones as me, all right? But number 4, ladies and gentlemen, the Germans. That's right. Germany is actually the number 4 biggest viewership that I get here on Twitch. Germany. Yeah, I didn't know that. I did not know that, but it's absolutely true. So, yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, why do Germans like me so much? I don't know, but they do. The Germans like me. So here's the thing, folks. I understand that I have an international fan base. In fact, as I said, 40% of my viewership is outside of the United States. Okay? I get that. And I'm always willing to listen. In fact, what I did, if you guys aren't aware, I lengthened my streaming hours and made them an hour earlier. I used to stream starting at 12:30 and didn't really start gameplay till like 1:30 my time. And now I've extended that so it's an hour earlier to make more time for those who were later on in the time zone difference, okay? Now, here's the thing. I wouldn't be against shifting again, but actually more people have told me stream later, which is crazy. Like, I've actually heard if you stream later, you can catch a more international audience rather than earlier. But this is the first time I've actually had someone request that I stream earlier. I am not against adjusting my schedule, but it would have to be realistic. And what I mean by that is, no, I can't be getting up at 5 in the morning, streaming from, 6 to like noon and eating dinner at noon. No, you know what I mean? That's not going to happen. I have to basically do stuff that's aligned in my own time zone too. For my own lifestyle and purposes, I have to have a normal life here. So I'd like your feedback. If you guys could give me feedback and let me know exactly, how does my streaming schedule work with you? Does it work right now? Does it not? Would you like to see me adjust my streams? If so, how? Shifting it later, shifting it earlier? Give me feedback. There's many ways you could do this. You can email me at darksidefil@hotmail.com. You can post up on my forums at thekingofhate.com. I would love to see a thread discussion about this. Okay? So, yeah, please give me your feedback. Tweet me at TheyCallMeDSP. Let me know. Your feedback, always is appreciated, and it allows me to constantly be adjusting to help out better to my viewership. I would definitely like to cater to those who want to watch my stuff, So, yes, please give me your feedback, and maybe I will make adjustments. Let's see. So let's play it by ear. I'll let you guys know what kind of feedback I do receive. Sound good? All right. Shout out to Mr. Bible Expert 420 who subscribed to the channel for the 2nd month in a row overnight. Thank you for the resub, Mr. Bible Expert. Also, shout out to Golden Colts who did a 25-bit cheer. Thank you for that, Golden Colts. Mr. Swaggins did a 50-bit cheer and said Red Dead Redemption 2 has been delayed until October 26, 2018. Time to start getting hype. I could sense Game of the Year already as long as The Last of Us 2 doesn't release. Well, one thing I should make a determination from here, folks. Red Dead Redemption 2 was not delayed. I'm going to repeat myself. Red Dead Redemption 2 was not delayed. People seem to be spinning this release date announcement as a negative, saying, oh man, look, now it's coming out even later. It never had a release date. There were allusions to, it's going to come out maybe during this season or whatever. It never had a solid release date until this morning. So, no, the game was not delayed. It never had a release date. Now we finally have a release date. So now, if it gets delayed past October 26th, now you can officially say the game's been delayed. But it never had a release date. The same exact thing happened with Grand Theft Auto 5. It had, a tentative schedule, and then when it finally got a release date, everyone complained it was delayed. It wasn't delayed. Oh, and by the way, it should be pointed out that even with all the delays Grand Theft Auto 5 got, it still didn't work at launch. Remember how bad Grand Theft Auto Online was when they tried to launch it and it didn't even work for like 2-3 weeks? So yeah, you know what? Delay the game to high heaven. As long as it comes out and it's good, I don't care. I'm very much looking forward to it. And yes, I am very aware now RDR2 comes out during Broketober. Oh boy, I know. When we'll already be so inundated with other game releases, now we're going to have to try to play this one too. I know, guys. I'm with you. But I'm excited for it. I am. Shout out to Ravenger, who tipped me $10 overnight and said, Phil, good to see you back in the land of the living. Well, thank you very much, Ravenger. I appreciate that. It was not fun this weekend in any way, shape, or form. You know, having a bad fever 2 days and then having one of the worst headaches of my life the third was really shitty. But I'm back. You know, I took 3 days of rest. I'm back. I mean, my voice sucks. My voice is still fucking hoarse. I'm actually, honestly, very much looking forward to this time off with my girlfriend when she moves in. Because 4 straight days, I will not be live streaming. I will not have to constantly be talking. And I guarantee you my throat's going to feel way better after those 4 days pass. I need it. I need the time away because my voice is shot at this point. You know, after doing those Q&A videos last night. Oof. So anyway, yeah, but thank you very much for the tip, for the sentiment, for everything. Thank you very much, Ravager. Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer and says, will your green screen get any use this year? Ladies and gentlemen, I will not make any promises. However, let me tell you this. When there is finally maybe some downtime coming up, I will consider maybe using the green screen again. In particular, with these pre-stream rolls and stuff, you'd probably like to maybe see me do some funny shit, right? Just like I used to do. So, yes, perhaps, you will actually see me doing some funny stuff on pre-streams coming out. We'll see. I'm not going to 100% promise anything. But, I mean, the freaking green screen has not been used in a million years now, and it may be time for it to come back, especially now it's been a year where I've been using fan art and stuff again, and YouTube has changed to protect people from the bullshit, like copyright claims against fan art, so I think I'm in the clear there. So yes, I think we may see a return later this year. Again, no promises, but I'm thinking about it. Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer and says, well, Red Dead did have a release date sometime in spring. No, it didn't. It did not have a release date. It had a tentative season that they were aiming to release it, and now it actually has a release date. Mr. Swaggins did another cheer and said, to be honest, I think GTA Online is still going to overshadow Red Dead Online. I like the Red Dead single player better, but the multiplayer is not as fun as Grand Theft Auto. The multiplayer of Red Dead was very, very different. It was an open world that you could explore with basically no rules. Right? You could throw yourself off of a waterfall inside of a fucking, you know, a wagon with 5 other people, you know, and do some crazy stuff, man. It was crazy. And there was all these mini games. It was very different, you know. And then GTA Online is its own entity, really. It evolved and changed over the years to become its own kind of game. In reality, it's so different, you know, from what GTA 5 actually was. I have no idea what they're going to do with Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. I think a lot of people are kind of confused, because the thing is, I would love nothing more than to be able to do Suicide Kings Part 2, all right, where you guys could join me on stream and we go through the land of the Wild West and we do crazy shit, crazy stunts, funny stuff, co-op, you know, gameplay. It could be really fun. But, folks, will it actually allow us to do so? Because I wanted to do the same thing with Grand Theft Auto Online, and that game was so limited with the constraints and things that it put. I mean, I still remember the thing that disappointed me the most. 2 cars, sports cars, on the opposite ends of the airstrip. We drove them at maximum speed towards each other, hit each other head on. No one went flying, no one died, and the cars barely got damaged. We were like, what the fuck were they thinking with this stupid mode? It's so dumb. Now, over the years, it's evolved to be something completely different. It's a social experience now, right? But for me, I was very disappointed with Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't know. Again, I don't know what they're going to do with RDR2. We'll find out. I'm sure we're going to get more details as we get closer to the impending release of the game. But for now, I would much love to do online stuff with you guys. Much like PUBG, the streams of RDR2 Online could be you and me, guys, teaming up, doing totally social experiences together, some amazing interactive streams. Who cares if people watch the fucking videos on YouTube as long as we're having fun on stream, right? That's what it's all about now. In 2018, that's what the focus is. That's what it's all about. So I am down for that. If you guys are down, I'm down. I just hope that it's good and it's fun. Okay. Sedella did a 60-bit cheer and says, will you play the other Kingdom Hearts games on PlayStation 4? If you are not aware, they actually made Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 all in one disc. No load times, and in 60 frames gameplay. I already played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I already played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. No, I am not replaying them on PS4. And quite frankly, I have absolutely no desire whatsoever to play any of the other spin-off games or anything like that. I just want to play Kingdom Hearts 3 when it releases, period. And that's the bottom line. So there you go. Shout out to Sarah Rock 5 who subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for the subscription, Sarah Rock 5. I appreciate that. Shout out to Mr. Bible Expert 420 who did a 100-bit cheer. So he resubbed last night and now he did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Shout out to Astro Jet Boy who did a 25-bit cheer and said, could you also maybe play the new Call of Duty World War II Resistance DLC and maybe fit it in when you do PUBG? No. I am spending no further money on Call of Duty World War II. So, since it's a paid DLC, no, I am not buying it. Papa Lou did a 25-bit cheer. And he says, do you think we could ever be friends? I feel like we have so much in common. And I would really like to have you as a friend. I'm very lonely. And I love you, Daddy Phil. Please adopt me. No. Okay. Thank you to Hank Duma, who tipped me $5 and says, really longing for another great RPG. Seems like there are only fighting game style games coming out recently. Right now, I'm actually rewatching your Witcher 3 playthrough and counting the days for Ni no Kuni. Me too. I'm actually I'm really much looking forward to Ni no Kuni 2 at the end of March. Although the problem is there's so much shit coming out at the end of March now. We've got Sea of Thieves, A Way Out, Ni no Kuni 2, and Far Cry 5 coming out within 1 week. And that's not me exaggerating. They all come out within 1 fucking week. Why on earth these game developers and publishers do this? I have no fucking clue. But I am very much looking forward to Ni no Kuni 2. And like I've said previously, unlike previous JRPG playthroughs that I've done, now, during those boring grind sessions of me doing the, oh no, I have to do a million repetitive fights, I could be talking with the stream chat. So actually, there's things to do during the downtime that I think could make JRPGs a lot more viable as ongoing streams and playthroughs than they were in the past. So I'm actually looking forward to, in fact, you guys remember Persona 5 last year? That's actually what we were doing. Whenever I went to a really long dungeon in Persona 5, people would break out with cheers and we'd talk back and forth and we'd have a lot of fun. So I'm actually looking forward to that coming up. I think that Ni no Kuni 2 could be a really good playthrough. All right, Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer and says, shameless plug, Durex are the only condoms you should be using. Please tell me those are the ones that you have, Phil. I've used Durex in the past. I do actually think I have some Durex here. I think I do have Durex, actually. Yeah, I think I think I have a few of those over in the bedroom. So there you go. Leno JP did a 50-bit cheer and says, which is more expensive to live, Washington or Connecticut? You know what? Here's the thing. If you're just talking base prices of things, they're actually about equal. The cost of buying stuff in Connecticut is roughly about the same as the cost of buying stuff in Washington State. Because it was funny, when I moved out here, people were like, oh, it's expensive to live here. I'm like, it's not any more expensive than when I was in Connecticut. It's the same shit, all right? Now, taxes of some sorts are much cheaper out here. For example, property taxes, and especially there's no state income tax, all right? So just off the bat, moving here, the property taxes that I pay on owning this house and the amount of tax that I pay overall is way less because there's no state income tax. When I was in Connecticut, no lie, I was paying thousands upon thousands of dollars a month to the state for fucking nothing. That state has some of the worst infrastructure I've ever seen. The roads are falling apart and crumbling constantly. Everything's old and outdated. The state sucks. But you would be paying thousands and thousands of dollars a year state income tax that they would squander the money and not go to anything useful. Here in Washington, there's no state income tax. That's great. So overall, those kind of taxes, I'm paying less. However, the sales tax in the state of Washington and the luxury taxes in the state of Washington are higher. So for example, in Connecticut, I believe that the sales tax was like 6.8 or 7%. Here, I believe it's 9%. So it's slightly more. When you go to buy stuff at the store, things that have sales tax on it are a little bit more expensive. But the difference here is you're paying more because you're choosing to spend more. In Connecticut, they just take the money from you, state income tax. So, okay, I live here. I choose to actively spend more money. I'm going to pay more tax. That's good because that's in my control. Versus in Connecticut, they just take your fucking money no matter what. A bunch of cocksuckers. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I hate that shit. Now, out here in Washington, the luxury taxes on things, for example, cigarettes and liquor are much higher than in Connecticut. So if you choose to partake in these luxuries, you'll pay more money. But if you're a person that doesn't go out and blow your money constantly and doesn't spend it on things like that, it's actually much cheaper to live here. It is. And you can get a much nicer house out here. The cost of real estate out here, much cheaper than in Connecticut. Although, it's kind of the flip side because in Connecticut now, a lot of the housing market has plummeted because a lot of Connecticut is a shithole now. But if you want to get a nice house in Connecticut, you're going to spend a ton of money. Versus out here, it was actually, when I moved out here, I was like, wow, I can get this nice big house for this price. In Connecticut, I can't get a place that's half as big. So there you go. Mr. Swaggins just did a 50-bit cheer and said, if I sub at the tier 4 level, which is $10,000, can I crash at your house while I visit Seattle for a month? No. Mr. Swaggins also, and by the way, he made that up. There is no tier 4 sub, just so everybody knows. He's joking. Mr. Swaggins just did another 25-bit cheer. He says, I actually met Justin Bieber at LAX airport last year, and he was very nice. He's definitely matured, so please don't ever disrespect him ever again. Ladies and gentlemen, far be it from me that I would ever insult the Beeb. We all know the Beeb is a person worthy of our respect and unlimited amounts of love. We should all outpour to the Beeb. We should all go right now to his social media feeds and say, Mr. Beeb, we love you. You are the inspiration of our life. Your music is the reason we're still alive. Thank you very much, my idol, my Lord and Savior, the Beeb. Okay. Leno JP did another 50-bit cheer and says, yes, more love for Europe, please. I guess he's talking about the time zones that we were talking about earlier. 44K Panda tipped me $1 and said, will you be playing SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy? I have no idea what that is. Is this an upcoming game? SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy? I don't know what that is. I really don't. But anyway, that's cool. If it is a new game coming out, that's all female fighters. SNK has a very wide cast of female fighters from over the years, from Art of Fighting, right? Fatal Fury, The King of Fighters, World Heroes, just to name a few of the fighting games they've made over the years. I mean, there's way more than that. That would be really cool if they actually made a game with all female fighters duking it out. Of course, we all know it's just going to turn down into fan service with big bouncy boobs and everything. But anyway, I'd look into it. If it's actually a real game coming out and people want to see it, I would check it out. Okay. Resident Evil Beating did a 25-bit cheer and says, yes, 2-hour earlier streams would be awesome for Europeans. All right. Again, folks, please give me your feedback. I would actually say post up on my forums, thekingofhate.com, or email me, darksyphil@hotmail.com, or tweet me at theycallmeDSP. Let's see what people have to say about the timing of the streams, all right? All right, shout out to Mr. Swaggins, who did a 25-bit cheer and says, now, Grand Theft Auto Online has flying cars, the Batmobile, orbital strikes, and it's basically Grand Saints Row Online. Grand Saints Theft Row Online. There you go. Boat Knight just did a 25-bit cheer and asked, will I be playing Spider-Man? Yes, the new Spider-Man game that's actually being made by that dev team. Wasn't it the dev team who made, oh God. Oh my God. Infamous, right? Aren't they making the new Spider-Man game? Yeah, I'm definitely interested in checking that game out. So absolutely, 100%, I'll be playing the new Spider-Man game. Yes, yes, yes. Oh boy, Papa Lou did a 25-bit cheer and he says, I understand that this thing might be going a bit too fast for you and I can wait. I will wait. Whenever you are ready to open up to me fully, I will be there. No. Mr. Swaggins did a 50-bit cheer and he said, I appreciate that sentiment. Mr. Swaggins then did another 25-bit cheer and said, I'm in a cheerful mood right now. And I'm not a whiny baby. did a 25-bit cheer and said, more demand for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition than you think. You should really consider making it a sub goal for shits and giggles. Now. All right. And now everyone in the stream chat saying we should make a no emo. Well, guess what? We have an open spot for an emo. We have one. I've been saying this for a few days now. We actually have an open spot. So if people would like to see a no emote, so be it. If anyone wants to work on that, you can submit it on my kingofhate.com forums in the fan art section. And I'd be more than happy to add it if someone makes a good one. All right. That is it, folks. Thank you for a supportive pre-stream. Again, reminder, if you cheer, sub, or tip during the stream, I will give you a shout out between the matches. Being that it seems the matchmaking of this game takes forever, we may have more time for shout outs than you foresee. All right. Thanks, everyone, for a supportive Whoa. Hold on. We're not done yet. Yusuke 14K just did a 1500-bit cheer and said, are you going to play with fans in this game? At this point, honestly, with how bad the online connections are, I really don't have plans to do that yet. If the connections improve in the next week or two, yes, I would consider doing that. But considering I can't even do a basic reactionary move to stuff online, no, I really don't think that even having a lobby to have fans join and play would even make sense. It would be more of a waste of time. Plus, if you guys didn't see, the way the lobbies work sucks. The way the lobbies work in this game is really shitty. Make a ring match, and you need to have a fucking code, and people can't even find the ring matches. They have to go change their name and shit to get it to work. At this point, short term, no. Long term, like I said, if they improve the online experience, yes, I would consider playing with fans. However, thank you very much, Yusuke14K, for the cheer. You are the cheerleader now with a 1500-bit cheer. Thank you very much for the support. All right. Thank you, guys. Now it is time. Oh, I'm not a whiny baby. Just did a 25-bit cheer. He says, you're so fucking precious when you smile. Okay, then. Alrighty, thank you. Let's get started with gameplay of Dragon Ball FighterZ, the final multiplayer stream for the short term. Here we go.